apparently my second phone's battery is near dead. But I'm going to do that live recording again. That has to be done for evidence. First things first, my name is Kenneth Byrd. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are the makers. I'm not going to go into makers what we are. Let's cut this short. So anyway, last night it was brought to my attention by a customer that apparently there is a fake Instagram account going around with our company's logo attached to it. And this was done by, of course, who we know, Fernando, which Mr. Fernando has been lashing out in some of the strangest ways. And one of the things he has done, as in other than basically fake and falsify demonstrations by mixing our products with black paint, other things, basically, one of the biggest ones is basically taking a container into Home Depot that had a registered copyright on the side of the label. That's one of the violations. And now we found out that he's basically has been using our logo, registered copyright logo, to design a Instagram account that is displaying fake information, posing as us. So he's trying to pose as we're the ones saying this and whatever, so on and so forth from there. Boy, man, dude, there is so much, and I'm going to tell you this right now, there is so much evidence on top of you that this is such an easy case to win. The lawyers we were talking to just could not believe that somebody would basically go out and do something on this level. You didn't even try to hide it in any way whatsoever. So keep in mind that when all this processing starts, they will be contacting YouTube, they will be contacting Instagram, Facebook, some of the social media sites. Yeah, your IP address, all that stuff is going to be traced, man. All this stuff is going to come back to you. And I can tell it's you because keep in mind the way you spell things and the way your grammar is, it basically reflects the same way as I see on your different posts that you have for your eBay account. So let me show you right here what we got. I have to go on this account because on my computer right now, I'm setting up my screen right here, working on that right now. So let me show you what this individual has done. Do you have any idea how serious now it's going to get? You're already in enough trouble because we already have you on video slandering our product and our copyright. Again, we try to give you, I was thinking about giving you a cease and desist order, but judging by the conversation I just saw on Instagram that you have another fellow posing as our company about laughing about that order, we have already decided to go out and file a civil class action lawsuit against you. So that is no longer on the table anymore. We are actually coming after you now, big time. So as I said before, Monday morning, I had to contact something called Federal Bureau District over for the violation against our copyright with the U.S. government. We're going to be filing a complaint through them. And keep in mind, my friend, police do not get involved in this. This will be involving FBI. So just to let you know that I'm going to request from my attorneys that they seek some jail time. So that's what I'm going to be requesting. Because now you have gone even farther in violating my copyright. You have taken my logo and made a fake Instagram account posting my logo over and over and over again. And commenting to people and acting like you're us. All right, so let's go into my whatchamacallit account real quick. I'm going to turn this to the side. And we're going to go into my Facebook account where I had I'm not going to mention the customer, but thank you so much for pointing that out to us. All that information has been sent over to the attorneys. Let me see. And keep in mind so you can understand this. If they slam you, and usually U.S. government, they'll usually slam you with fines of somewhere between $150,000 or $250,000. Their fines are pretty hefty. Just because you don't have the money to pay it up doesn't mean you won't be slapped with a lien, which means your income tax, anything you get will be garnished, which that will go to us. That lien will carry out until it's paid off, and which means if you're married, your spouse will also carry that lien also too, will affect her also. That's why I was trying to keep from basically filing these lawsuits against you, because I didn't want your family to be burdened with this nonsense. But you apparently are not a person. Someone told me on the phone I was having a conversation with, if he cared anything about his family, he wouldn't be doing this nonsense. So eventually you just don't. So I have to do what has to be done, okay? You bought it on yourself. As I said before, you bought this on yourself. Let's go into my accounts here. I want to go into my accounts. So we can go under my accounts here under Crystal Edge. And when we spell our name, there are no lower cases. We don't put any lower cases when we spell our name at all, period. The only time you see an uppercase is when we're spelling out the email address, or when we're spelling out, and we don't even use that for our email address. We use a MERS 4K Cinema for our email address. But anytime you see our name being displayed, we always put a dash. There's always a dash in there, or there's no dashes at all. We never put lowercase in, which you can see right here on my company's page, that we don't put dashes in there like that. Only time those dashes go in there, that's displaying our domain name. That's basically about it. Okay. And I'm turning the camera because I don't want you to see the individual who was nice enough. He's a Christian man. And let me explain something, Mr. Crow. You may think it's funny to mock Christians and to joke about how they praise the Lord. Yeah, you're going to find out that that's not going to go over too well for you either. You're going to need him when we get done with you. So here it is right here. I don't want to show you the customer's name, but we're going to pop into the account right now. This is the fake Instagram account that he made under our company's name. That's our logo right there that you use without my permission. Our company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens, not Crystal Edge Technology. Anywhere we basically display our name is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. It may say that on the logo, but our company's under Crystal Edge Technology Screens. That's how we always display it, under screens. The copyright says Crystal Edge Technology. That is my copyrighted logo. That is you using our account without our permission. Why in the world would I make an account saying I'm a scammer, con man, and fake videos about projection screen paint? I'm also quite stupid. So keep in mind, your grammar is horrible, absolutely horrible. Not trying to bring you down, but it's absolutely horrible. We know this is you because the same grammar you use here is the same grammar you use on how you spell things out on your eBay account, on your YouTube account. It all matches the same way. You know, if you have bad spelling and bad grammar, it follows you where you go. So kind of leaves kind of a bit of a footprint. So that's you right there, posting this fake account without our permission. We didn't give you permission to use this at all, period. This is going to be a second lawsuit filed against you. So now you're going to have 2 lawsuits hitting you. We didn't give you permission to use our logo. That's like me basically making a logo of Coca-Cola and saying, Coca-Cola, do not IP in the Coke. That's exactly what you just did. You're getting, buddy boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to request my attorney seek jail time. 6 months to a year, I don't care, as long as you get a little bit of time. You need some time to think about this. This is the post that he's been faking on our account. These are our posts, but this has been screenshotting our posts. Some other stuff he's been doing. Look at this. Slandering us. And some people may think this is funny. You may think it's funny. It's not going to be funny when we go to court. It gets extremely serious. I've sued people before and brought them into court, and it is not pretty. The outcome is not pretty. These are people who are going to pay extremely high fines that do not have the financial money to pay it. And keep in mind, as I said before, what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll basically reward me a judgment. The judgment is going to be fast and quick because it is not hard for me to be able to get the judgment because you videotaped yourself committing a crime. And now we have this right here where you basically are using my account, using my logo without my permission, making a fake account. What do you think? Do you think you're going to be able to do stuff and we're not going to know about it? I mean, come on. I keep telling you from the end of the day, God protects me. And whatever's in the dark will come out in the light. And a nice customer who was a Christian brought this to our attention. So, hey, look, you might want to look at this. This is how far this individual goes. Even the attorney found it stunning that an individual would go this far to try to basically damage someone's company. This is the stuff he's been doing. So instead of he's taking it as a joke. Go ahead, take it as a joke. that registered copyright, you can go type that in. That's a legit copyright. And right now you have multiple times that you have displayed my logo without my permission. Post in my place of where I live at. All kinds of stuff you've done. Look at this. And yes, there are copies of it. This recording is a copy. I have copies of it that I've actually screenshotted. All this stuff has been sent to the attorney. This case is being built against you. I even actually have screenshots of conversations that you had in there with individuals faking, commenting back to them using our name, commenting that this is you, that this is supposed to be, so this is us. So you have been having conversations with people, spreading false rumors and lies about us. And this is the individual that you are trusting with your credit card information that does this kind of stuff. Just to put it out there. Now, Christians we're not, wait, I know the devil's going to attack me. I know he's going to attack me. I know he's going to come at me with everything he possibly can because he doesn't like the fact that God blesses my table. He doesn't like the fact that I give the Lord the praise for everything that I do. He don't like that at all. But at the end of the day, also you have to understand is God does not allow his people to be walked over top of. And he doesn't. And this is why when I tell you that whatever is in the dark comes out of the light. If you're doing dirt against somebody or you're doing dirt against a Christian, God is going to protect his people. He's going to allow that Christian to see, hey, look, I'm going to bring it out in the light. I want you to see what this individual is doing to you. And not only that, he's going to protect me from this nonsense. He's going to continue to bless my table as he's been doing ever since you've been starting this nonsense from day one of trying to belittle and destroy my company's name. He's going to continue to bless my table. No matter how angry you get, he's going to continue to bless it. But keep in mind, he's also going to give me the ability, legal counsel, information, things I need to do to carry this to the next stage. And the next stage would be is to basically, which we already done, contact the attorney, present them with information. We've sent them the information from the U.S. Gov for our register, because you asked us was our copyright registered. Yes, we sent all that information over to them. It is registered. I think they're going to take the point of contacting that particular federal bureau district that deals with the copyright and patent something and infringements or violations department. They're going to be contacting them. YouTube would be contacted on this matter because you did use their platform to do this. Instagram is going to be contacted because you did use their platform to do this. So yes, it's going to get very serious for you. Look at that. And keep in mind now, this page is monitored now, which means anybody who comes into this page, anybody who sits there and basically comments on this, all this is now being taken in as evidence. Just to show you some of the nonsense we go through by this individual. And this shows you the level of jealousy that this person has for us and what we do. And thank you so much for the customer who basically sent this information to us. I appreciate that. As I said before, I have text messages. I have text messages I've never shown y'all from this particular individual in these text messages stating that he is going to destroy my company at all costs. You do know that when you send a text message, it's considered evidence in court. You do know that, right? So we had text messages from you, emails, all kinds of stuff from you. I hate to say it, but you're finished. You are absolutely finished. And this right here alone, this is going to slam you with another lawsuit. We did not give you permission or authorization to use that logo in any way whatsoever. And you have clearly, if you haven't violated my registered copyright with that whole Home Depot nonsense, you have clearly done it with this, with no problem. Like I said, at the end of the day, whatever damage you think you're causing from this, it's not going to do any good. My table is going to continue to stay blessed. This is the same individual before we start with, actually we got many words, but it's the same individual who tried to give out a Christmas sale, or they have that video too, the Christmas sale of trying to make our 12 technology, and the 12 sells like crazy and continues to sell like crazy because God has blessed my hand on that. All this effort, look at all this effort. All this effort this individual goes to try to tear my company down. Like I said, I wouldn't trust this individual with a credit card. I wouldn't trust them with a credit card or any information whatsoever. A person who's going to go this low to do this kind of stuff to try to tear another company down, I wouldn't trust them with any information whatsoever. None of my personal information. If I were you, my friend, you need to seek two things. You need to seek an attorney, and you need to seek God, because you're going to need it. You are definitely going to need it. There's enough evidence on you to choke a horse. And keep in mind, what they're going, like I said before, when they put that judgment on you, you're going to have to be authorized to pay a certain much. It could be $5,000, it could be $10,000, it could be $20,000 a week. Whatever they decide, or whatever we decide that what you're going to have to pay me back. And if you don't have the money, then what they're going to do is they're going to contact the sheriff's department in your district, which means U.S. Marshal or Sheriff's Department is going to show up at your front door, and they're going to auction off your stuff. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go through your house, going to take all your stuff out of your house, they're going to auction everything off. All your stuff. They're going to auction it off to pay up what you owe me. But that money is not going to me, because guess where that money is going to? All that money, what I make from this lawsuit, is going straight to charity. I don't want a dime of it. Not one red cent. I'm sending it all to charity. The lawyers can take whatever they want, and charity can take the other half. I don't want a dime from it. I just want you to learn your lesson, to leave people the freak alone. That's what you need to learn. That's your problem. I came out with more than patience. 5 years I've been going through this crazy nonsense with you, of you constantly coming at our company. When we got that evidence on you to sue you, what did I do? I sat there and said, right on camera, I said, you know what? I'm going to give you a second chance. I'm going to give you a chance to concentrate on your craft, mind your own business. I gave you a second chance. I've been going through 5 years of this craziness you've been doing to us, and I gave you a second chance. I turned the other cheek for you. And what did you do? Turned around and you smacked the other one. So because of that, I have to follow through on what I have to do. So you probably, I don't know if you're going to explain this to your family, what's about to happen, but unfortunately, I'm sorry, my man. You brought it on yourself. All right, with that being said, people, I'm sorry we got to start the day like this. I'm sorry I got to start the day like this. But like I said, this is the kind of nonsense I got to deal with from time to time from this particular individual who does not know how to control himself. Does not know how to act right, like a mature adult. This is what we have to deal with. But we're not dealing with this anymore any longer. We're done with this, all this nonsense he's been doing. All right, I have to get orders out for today. I have to get ready for orders. They're going to be going out on Monday, Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have orders out for the customers to get them all taken care of. And I have a few projects I'm working on around here. I actually changed out my screen really quick for my projector setup over here, and I got to trim this one out, and then I still have some other work that has to be done also too, and also try to get over the line and order my projector. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Thank you all for your time, and God bless. And like I said, you know, anyone who feels that I'm wrong for doing this, for going against this fellow for that, I don't want your business. As I said before, I don't want your business at all, because I don't think it's right that I work hard for 10 years. I built my company from the ground up, and it was a lot of time to do this, to build this company, and to have somebody come in and just come at us like this on this vicious level. You know, they deserve what they're getting. They deserve everything that they're about to get. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.